大家好，今天这一条视频我们不讲拍摄，也不讲后期，我只想帮你判断一件事，你到底适不适合继续拍下去。马格兰前主席马丁·帕尔这位当代纪实摄影的教父，在去世之前呢，曾对所有摄影师说过一段极其清醒的话。他的建议很残酷，甚至会撕碎你对摄影所有的幻想，但这可能正是你此刻最需要的真相。所以如果你准备好了呢，那我们就听听看他到底说了什么。
So I guess my advice to an emerging photographer is, it goes like this. I mean, first off, you're probably going to fail. So unless you're really obsessed, unless you've got some, almost like a disease, you're not going to make it. So unless you have that, forget it. Just get a job in a bar or something like that. Or you can use photography in your life, but it's unlikely you're going to earn a living from it.
Because you have to be obsessed if you're an artist of any type, really. It's the only way that it can happen.
And as I say, most people fail because the thing with photography, it looks very easy. You know, you pick up a camera, don't have to work out the exposure anymore. You click a picture, and many people think just by doing that, they got something of great merit, but you don't. You know, you have to really work at it and make it work for you and your particular approach. So I want to look at your pictures and know that you took it rather than someone else. What you've got to do, of course, is to find a good connection to the world out there, and it's the quality of that connection which is really important. So you find a subject that you feel strongly about, you then work out how to sort of articulate that, and that hopefully will give you the momentum in order that you can get some good work. So that's really what you've got to do. It's your responsibility to find the right subject. And the other thing you have to do is you have to learn and look at a lot of other photographers. You have to look at the history of photography and learn from what they've done and achieved and really apply that, think about it, have it in the back of your head, and then you can apply that to your own work. And by doing that, if you like, by following other people, you may have the rare opportunity to actually develop your own voice and your own thing, and you can become a photographer with a particular voice.
I think every artist ultimately has, the one project that they're going to be known for. It's an exception if you have more than one. And it's not to say everything I've done since then is rubbish, but it's never going to have the same impact that I did. I was young, angry, raw. I was in my 30s, so it was the right thing, the right time, the right place. I guess I really have one big project, which is, the leisure pursuits of the Western world, the wealthy Western world in the last 50 years. That's my main topic. And then within that main agenda, then I have different chapters. So I'll do something like The Last Resort, pictures of New Brighton. I'll do something like The Establishment, which I've done recently in the UK. And so it goes on. So, I have a certain responsibility as a documentary photographer to try and, if you like, reflect the times that we live in. And ultimately, I'm working for an archive of the 45, 50 years that I've been working as a photographer. And I want to try and leave a set of images that sort of tell us about the times we live in and my relationship to it. My pictures are fictional in the sense that I'm often using flash, so it's not something you would see with the human eye. I'm trying to ally it to my sort of feelings, but it is still based on the reality that's out there. So it's not lies, it's just an interpretation. So it's my personal interpretation of what I see in front of me, which is somewhat exaggerated, if you like, because unless you're, putting your own, if you like, essence into the images, you're not going to get anything interesting.
I mean, when I'm out with a camera, you hope and expect that this will be the day when you take one of those great pictures. It doesn't often happen. So most days, ultimately, you're disappointed. But you have to be ready, if you like, for that possible moment that a good picture is going to show up. So in order to achieve that, you have to sort of, basically take a lot of very bad pictures. So I have many more bad pictures than good pictures. So when you go to an event, say, I'd walk around, I'd see where potentially the places are that are going to be interesting, and you go around, and sometimes things happen very fast, very quickly, and you have to respond quickly. And then sometimes, with the thing with photography, you've got to be there before it happens. You can't be there after it happens. So you go to the place where you think the moment may unfold that is going to be interesting. So really, that's what you do. You take a lot of pictures, you go out day after day, and you have to keep going. You have to be obsessed. And ultimately, when you're out there, there's always something going to happen. It may not make the grade and be one of the great pictures. And as I say, if you get 10 good pictures a year, that's really going it. That's amazing. So, it'd be many years where I'd have maybe one good picture. And, it's difficult to understand or define exactly how these pictures function and what they look like, but you sort of know it when you see it.
好，这就是马丁·帕尔留给所有摄影人的忠告。听完这些话，你可能会想，这老头有点丧，他在劝退所有人。但你仔细的想想，就会发现，这些看起来扎心的大实话，其实是他对摄影最深的爱。他不想让你把摄影当成什么成功学，或者只是用来发朋友圈集赞的工具。他让你接受失败，是因为他知道摄影一点都不简单。他让你去找那个真正打动你的主题，是因为他明白没有思考的快门只是机械的劳作。他告诉你一年只有一张好照片，是因为他尊重每一张真正伟大的作品都是对那些死磕到底的人的回报。如果你听完这些话，心里还有那种非常强烈的冲动，想拿起相机就往外跑，那恭喜你，你已经拿到了入场券，不是那种逃离平庸生活的车票，而是去观察真实，理解真实，然后活出你自己的那张入场券。在这个众声喧哗的时代，愿我们都能找到那个属于自己的微小的却坚定的声音。好，这就是今天的所有内容，我们下一期见啦，Ciao。